I mean, this is biblical. You don't treat your father and commit assaults. Shame on you. Shame on you. Where is it? You? Shame on you. You're testing positive for methamphetamine and amphetamines. That pretty much explains everything. Your bond is revoked. It is $50,000. Plus, you must have a GPS device. Shame on you. This is a serious crime. You're taken into custody. That's the orders of the court. Okay. Langston, you're representing Mr. Williams here. And Mr. Williams, you know you're charged with the second-degree felony of robbery. You're looking at up to 20 years in prison. You understand? Yes, you have to speak out so she can hear you. Just help us. Okay, good. You're kind of soft voice. Okay. What are we doing on this?
Hey, Judge,
What are we doing on this one, Mike?
what I was hoping, I'm sorry.
I'm looking at the probable cause. Yeah, I always have to read this stuff. Yes,
Just what I was
but
hoping.
we got an issue here, right?
No, and I'm hoping that we can resolve it today. If Mr. Laird is still in a good mood on dismissals. Look.
Where's his
I'm
father?
hoping, no, the fault, come on up, Mr. Wade.
Is that what you want to do?
I'm
Bring him up?
hoping so.
I mean, he's the victim here, right?
Well, that's his dad. That's Mr. Calvin.
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah.
And then obviously this is my client,
That's why
Brian
we,
Williams.
when you get a familial situation here, we want to walk through this
Yes,
deliberately and carefully because
Mr.
there's always a good reason that
Right.
a family member is generally a family member is a complainant and ask for the police to come out and investigate and move forward because of the harm that occurs. But
Mr. Calvin Williams to my right, my client's biological dad.
and the
He-
victim in this case, according to the indictment.
He's informing me, but he also told me he wanted to inform you and the DA's office himself that he did not want to pursue any charges against his son.
Why
And
that I can't believe the DA's office has moved forward without talking to the victim. That's not normally what they do. They never talk to you.
No, sir. And sir, if I can,
Hold on, just a second. Let me know. Y'all called the police though, didn't you, for help? Right?
And there's a officer gave,
Well, they put their lives.
Fitch put in his offense report that he asked the victim here if he wanted to proceed with the charges, and he said yes at the time.
And that might have been at that time, but the
Oh, I know,
dad is
but
adamant that he does not.
Everybody, but law enforcement gets put in harm's way. It costs a lot of ton of money for the taxpayers.
Mhm.
And if you call for help and ask and say you want to prosecute it, you're not the guy making, after that, it's out of your hands. It becomes in the DA's office hands, really. And they're the ones that make decision because y'all called for help
Yes,
and
sir.
y'all wanted something done and they did it. But you don't decide what the ultimate resolvement is. It's important. The DA's office always likes to have input, but people just can't call for help and get somebody arrested and then say, now, until next time, I just don't want him, we're not going to prosecute him. We'll see what happens next time. They are the decision makers, the executive branch of government. That's what happens. I mean, people want to hear the victim's input, but it's not fair to everybody. And I'm a taxpayer too. I just pay part of that cost. It's costing somebody and you just can't later come back and say, okay, I don't want to prosecute anymore. Somebody else can write a check for all the costs involved and then we'll see what happens next time. When you call for help, you're pretty much committed and it's out of your hands and you shouldn't be treating your father this way. I mean, this is biblical. You don't treat your father and commit assaults. Shame on you. Really. If you were younger, you would be getting a spanking, because this is childish actions, sir.
And Judge, just to add on about Mr. Williams, yes, he did make that statement the day of, but just to give you some background on Mr. Williams, I'm talking about the dad.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
No, right.
I think I recognize him
Right.
somewhere.
Right. Well, I was going to
And I know Calvin. I know another Calvin Williams, who's a very special friend of mine.
But this particular one, Judge, he is a retired U.S. Marine, and he's also a mechanical engineer. So as far as his mind and his capacity, he's had great time to think about and reflect. And he
No,
reached
better
out.
than that. No, he knows the rules, and he took an oath when he
Right.
became a Marine. He
Right.
took an oath.
Right. And
he knows. He's got discipline in his mind, I'm sure.
Right. And he's a mechanical engineer by trade as well. But he specifically reached out to my office, and he came to me telling me that he did not want to go forward with this.
I know, but
So
he
what I-
said he wanted to at the beginning.
Right. I got you. So
I mean,
what
you
I
can't, you know,
so what I
it's
told
like changing your mind at the altar. I mean,
right.
it can happen, but it doesn't.
Right.
It's not kosher.
But what I told him was I think it would be best for him to come here and tell that to you and the DA's office, and then
Here's the problem, though.
he doesn't.
Yeah, it's going to be the executive branch, not me. And you open the door for one, you can open the door for everybody. Theoretically, you allow this, we wouldn't have anything to do. Yeah, one person after another can walk up and say, "I've changed my mind now." He got in trouble. He learned his lesson. Well, we're not used as a tool for discipline. Well, you know, we're used for something else, a procedure, a process that flows from you call for help, law enforcement goes and investigates it, then they turn it over to the prosecuting authority, the executive branch of government, and then they make the decision. It's out of the hands of the person who called for help. They called for help, and they don't have the prosecution decision authority. These people do. And that's the way it is. But what's good for one's good for everybody. And you start this, and everybody can come in and say, you know, we've thought about it now. I don't want him prosecuted. And what a waste of effort and time. I'd rather be doing something else than sitting up here and making this just something that's a farce. We have rules, and once it gets into the system, you really don't have a lot to say about it. These people have to say. They're in control, but you ask for help, and that's what initiates it. And then you got to follow through with it. But you open the door for one. What's fair is fair for everybody. And the next person is going to come up and say, I want the Bryant Williams rule. Then we have nothing to do, which may be a good thing, but still it's a waste of time and money. And we're talking about taxpayer money and time and effort of arresting him, locking him up, and people put in harm's way. But there's a system. And once the grand jury indicts, here's the indictment, they reviewed it and they followed through with everything, and they felt like there was probable cause here. That a second-degree felony, a crime that carries with it up to 20 years imprisonment. It's a crime of violence. Those are serious crimes. This isn't a parking ticket. This is something where it's a second-degree felony, which carries with it up to 20 years in prison. We just don't treat these things lightly, or else our jobs are worthless. But there's something to this. We've been doing this since 1787, following the rules, holding people accountable when they commit crimes. Because we're supposed to live in peace. You commit crime, you have to pay, like everybody else does. And but people can't, but Mr. Williams is no longer in control of this, no matter what he says. I mean, he can say, I'm not going to be there, then they can subpoena him, and he's got to follow a subpoena or he gets in trouble. Then he has to come up and sit and take the stand, and they're going to ask him questions, and he has to answer under oath. And we know what his answers are going to be unless he falsified statements to the police, which I don't think he did. So he would be, I mean, this is the way it works. It's a system of rules. This breaks the rule down. But anyway, So we're just set it for trial, I guess,
That's fine.
until something else gets done.
Yes, sir.
That's fine.
It will be set for trial, and
All right.
that's what will happen.
I can't speak for you.
Just have a seat, sir. Thank you. Where are we on this? He's good?
No, Judge.
Let me see. Yeah, shame on you. Where is it? You? Shame on you. You're testing positive for methamphetamine and amphetamines. That pretty much explains everything. Shame on you. You're on this court. What's his bond?
Hang on. 15,000.
Your bond is revoked. It is $50,000. Plus you must have a GPS device. So I know where you are when you're getting your drugs.
Yeah.
And also you need a drug patch. So I know if you're using any drugs illegally at any time. Shame on you. This is a serious crime. And you're caught. This is a felony offense. We just caught you at another felony. Shame on you. You're taken into custody. That's the orders of the court. One gets out, goes from one mess to another, one mess to another, just more serious. Shame on you.